The gambling den on Theta Station reeked of ozone and fermented Kelzak root. Roma pushed through the crowd of various species, his eyes scanning for his partner. He found Anna exactly where he expected, at the center of a growing circle of onlookers, facing down a towering Valorian warrior. The Valorian stood nearly 8 feet tall, her chitinous exoskeleton gleaming purple-black under the station's harsh lighting. Commander Zix Illa was a legend in this sector, undefeated champion of the trials, a gladiatorial competition that tested strength, strategy, and willpower. She had reportedly killed 3 opponents in sanctioned matches and crippled a dozen more. Anna, by contrast, stood at 5'6", her slight frame looking almost comical next to the alien warrior. But Roma had learned long ago never to underestimate his friend. "You cannot be serious, little human," Zixilla's translator rendered her clicks and hisses into standard. "I have crushed beings twice your size." Anna smiled, the expression not reaching her eyes. "Then this should be easy for you. And when you lose?" The Valorian leaned down, her mandibles clicking with what might have been amusement. "Your species is still new to this station. You'll learn respect through pain." "When I win," Anna said calmly, "you'll honor our original bet. You'll return the medicine you confiscated from the human quarter. The children need it." Zixilla's laugh was like rocks grinding together. "And if you beat me in single combat, human—" She paused dramatically, her voice dropping to a purr that made the translator crackle. "I'll be in your bed tonight. That's what you wanted to hear, yes? Proof of my defeat. Witnessed by all." The crowd erupted in jeers and laughter. A human defeating a Valorian in the trials? Impossible. Valorians were stronger, faster, had natural armor and weapons. They'd evolved on a high-gravity death world where everything wanted to kill you. Humans had evolved climbing trees and throwing rocks. Roma finally pushed through to Anna's side. "This is crazy, even for you." "The kids are dying, Roma. That medicine is their only chance. There are other ways—" Not fast enough. Anna's jaw set in that stubborn line he knew too well. They'd been crewmates on the colony ship, survivors of the drift accident that had stranded them in this sector. The human quarter on Theta Station had become their responsibility. Roma sighed. "Then at least tell me you have a plan?" Anna glanced at him, and something flickered in her expression. Humans don't win by being stronger. The trial arena was a simple circle, 30 feet in diameter, surrounded by energy barriers. No weapons, no armor, just combatants and skill. The rules were ancient and absolute. The fight continued until one party yielded, died, or left the circle. Zixilla entered first, her movements predatory and confident. She shadowboxed, her 4 arms moving in a blur, each tipped with natural blade-like protrusions that could slice through plasteel. Anna stepped in opposite her, rolling her shoulders. She'd stripped down to a simple tank top and pants, her dark skin already gleaming with nervous sweat. "Last chance to yield, human," Zixilla said. "I'll make it quick if you show wisdom." "I'm good, thanks." The bell rang. Zixilla charged immediately, all 4 arms whirling in a devastating combination that had ended dozens of fights in seconds. Anna didn't try to block or parry. She simply wasn't there when the strikes arrived. The human rolled sideways, came up in a crouch, then moved again as Zixilla pivoted. The Valorian was fast, but Anna was faster in the ways that mattered. She'd spent 2 years studying Valorian physiology, watching fight recordings, noting patterns. Valorians were apex predators. They expected prey to run or fight. They didn't expect persistence hunting. For 15 minutes, Anna didn't throw a single strike. She just moved, ducked, rolled, and stayed mobile. The crowd's jeers turned to confused murmurs. Why wasn't the human fighting back? Roma understood. His lips quirked despite the tension. She was using humanity's oldest trick. Humans were endurance hunters. They couldn't outrun prey in a sprint, but they could keep going long after anything else collapsed from exhaustion. Zixilla was slowing. Her heavy armor and musculature were designed for explosive power, not sustained activity. On her high-gravity world, fights were violent and brief. Long battles were unknown. By minute 20, the Valorian was gasping, her movements noticeably sluggish. By minute 30, she was stumbling. Anna finally went on the offensive. She didn't try to match the alien's strength. Instead, she targeted joints, used leverage, employed techniques from a dozen human martial arts refined over millennia. A leg sweep here, a joint lock there, pressure on exposed neural clusters. Zixilla went down hard, unable to rise. Her 4 arms trembled with effort. "Yield," Anna said quietly, not gloating. "There's no shame in it." The Valorian's mandibles clicked rapidly, their equivalent of heavy breathing. Finally, she slapped the ground 3 times. The crowd erupted. Humans weren't supposed to win, but they had, using patience and intelligence and the simple ability to refuse to give up. Later, in the human quarter medical bay, Anna watched the children receive their medicine. Roma stood beside her. "Zixilla kept her word," he said. "Medicine delivered, no strings attached." "I knew she would. Valorians have honor." "And the other part of the bet?" Anna's lips twitched. "She showed up at my quarters. We talked for 3 hours about combat philosophy and tactics. Turns out she has deep respect for strategy that transcends brute force." She paused. "We're having dinner tomorrow. As friends." Roma laughed. "Only you could turn a gladiatorial challenge into a diplomatic incident." "That's humanity for you," Anna said softly, watching a little girl's fever finally break. "We don't win by being the strongest or the fastest. We win by being too stubborn to quit, smart enough to adapt, and decent enough to turn enemies into allies." Outside the station's viewports, Earth hung distant and blue, a reminder that humans had climbed down from the trees and somehow made it to the stars, not because they were predators, because they refused to be prey.